Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Pilot Mindset. Today, we're focusing on the newer player portion of Gundam Battle Operation 2. With January's GBO2 PC network test behind us, I felt that this was a great time to make a video on some of the things that I believe would highly benefit the newer players being introduced to the game for both PC and console. Since there is a lot of information that we need to go over we're going to follow the same format as our previous TPM videos, and try to give you a good amount of information without being overloaded by it. So without further ado, here are my 5 top things as a checklist for a newer player coming into Gundam Battle Operation 2. When you first boot up the game and make your pilot, GBO2 instantly tosses you right into an unskippable tutorial sequence. While it is debatable on the information and methodology of how the tutorial explains the mechanics, the one thing you aren't able to do is to decide whether you like to engage the game either through mouse or keyboard, or do as the console players do and utilize a controller instead. Regardless of your preference, make sure you do a quick look under your keybinds and shortcuts to make sure everything is set to your preference. While it isn't clear that the PC version will have this option, there is a toggle to keep your allied info up at all times and requires a hard 3-second push on the keybind. Make sure it is set to enabled, as plenty of veterans of GBO2 console have run into the issue of accidentally turning off their squad interface. As mentioned in the Pilot Mindset number 1, while this is a personal preference, if playing with the controller, swapping both the L1 jump bind and the X high-speed movement bind with each other under ground combat will make the transition of learning GBO2 a bit easier. The next topic relates to you getting some free currency to help bolster your mobile suit catalog and custom parts library. While some of the options we're going over do require a bit more effort than the rest, the easiest one to go through while learning the game is GBO2's tutorial. You'll find them through 10 to begin, the young girl found in base camp across from the NPC that you collect your rewards from, and the voice you hear when you go through the intro tutorial. They might feel a bit tedious to some folks, however, getting dueling points or DP and getting tokens from the more advanced stages is always a welcome sight. Battle simulator missions were exempt and not included in the PC network test, however, they are GBO2's small PvE content that can be done solo or with 2 other friends. Be mindful that the difficulty does scale with the number of people in the mission. The completion of this in GBO2 should be mandatory, as the game not only gives you tokens at reaching a time score below 3 minutes, but you also get a few custom parts to utilize on your mobile suits for bypassing every threshold before. Dailies for Gundam Battle Operation 2 are going to be the most common way to gain your free daily pool and recon crates. While they shift from day to day and reset at midnight JP time, getting those done by regular gameplay is an easy way to complete them. However, if you're slim on game time with GBO2, you can always supplement this bit of progression with A and B custom rooms, where Team A wins and Team B loses. If you see a lobby up with a description as you see on the screen that ties into where your dailies take place, you can efficiently get those done. As a last note, practice mode is an amazing way to try new suits and sharpen up on game mechanic techniques. This is by far underrated option that I'd highly recommend spending some time if you want to check out certain things or brush up on certain weapons that you just recently acquired. As a new player, you want to either join up with a clan that has space or start up one yourself. The reason is that as your clan levels, you and your clanmates earn DP and tokens. As you complete clan weekly missions, you also earn DP and tokens from this as well. Additionally, GBO2 has weekly clan matches that occur in both the early morning and evening time. Scoring at a high placement for your clan potentially will give a clan limited mobile suit as a reward. Definitely a big deal to be part of a larger group of people. While engaged in your GBO2 journey, you'll encounter both the DP and recycle ticket exchange stores. DP, or dueling points as I call them, are your more common currency in GBO2 and can supplement your progression by purchasing mobile suits, mobile suit weapons, custom parts, or even general cosmetics for your pilot. Granted, much of this initially will be blocked by your pilot rank, however, regular play will open up more options in time. Recycled tickets are generally earned from pulling duplicate items from the gacha system or from recon crates. Like DP, recycled tickets can be used on many of the same items as DP, but tend to require a larger amount for rare items, including some of the game's decals. While it might be easy to spend RT, I recommend saving them up for some of the rare suits, as most of them will require at least 200 to 300 recycled tickets. With relation to your initial purchasing power, having an understanding of the cost range mechanic that mobile suits fall under will help in learning which ones to take in, but which ones you can vibe and do well with also. The easiest way that people relate the cost range with mobile suits is to think of the Universal Century base series as power levels in tech. The more advanced the mobile suit, the more complex and the higher cost it starts at. Just like the first episode of the Pilot Mindset, the last but probably the best thing to keep in mind with Gundam Battle Operation 2 is to keep it fun. Fun is often the debatable factor when it comes to any game, and even I struggle with this. A good indicator is, for example, if you find yourself on a losing streak of any number of matches, either switch up mobile suits or go into quick match. It'll be better from a mental state of mind, as a lot of us start playing not as well or efficiently when we are running into losing streaks or matches that aren't turning out as well as we like. The limit is up to you. Gundam Battle Operation 2 is a very multi-layered game where it combines fighting game elements and strategy with a bit of tactical gameplay found in third-person shooter games. The pace that you learn and pick up things will vary from person to person, and that's something only you can determine for yourself. Learning and mastering Gundam Battle Operation 2 is a journey and a marathon of sorts, not a sprint to the finish. If you made it to the end of this video, I sincerely thank you and wish you great luck on your GBO2 journey. If you found the video informative, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it helps me out a lot. And until next time, folks, I'll see you all on the next video.